Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my docu series. My name is Coco Asuko, and it's good to have you here with me. One of my mentors told me that law is a calling. For many years now, I've practiced law with the consciousness of the fact that it is a calling. One of the things we do behind the scenes is that we do visit correctional facilities or what you know as prisons to interview inmates, take up their cases free of charge. Sometime in 2021, I visited the Ikoyi Prisons, now Ikoyi Correctional Facility, and I interviewed five inmates. Out of the five inmates, I took up two cases, one of which was recently concluded in court. I'm really pleased to share that one of the inmates is here with me to share his experience in the correctional facility. So sit back, relax, and I'm sure you are going to learn so many things from this interview. Let's roll. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the docu series, and it's a pleasure to have here with me. Please tell us your name. Tell the audience your name. I already know you, of course. So tell the audience your
My name
name.
is Achibong Daniel.
Thank you, Achibong Daniel. I know when I met you downstairs, I told you that should I cover your face, and then you told me no, that you want your face to show. So it's
Yes,
actually a good thing, and I'm glad that you accepted to do this with me without covering your face. That means you've owned up to who you've become right now.
yes.
So yes, so tell us about that fateful day, 7th of July 2021. I'm sure it's a day that will live for a very long time
Yeah.
in your memory. Tell the audience about 7th of July
Yeah.
2021.
7th of July was a remarkable day. Like, it was the day I was arrested, actually, because the 7th of July was a day of celebration of the courts, which is the so that fateful day where I was living, the area, the boys in that area, they are, and me, the other side. So I decided to move from there to my environment, to my own street. So on my way going, I had to carry my, I had to carry because of self-defense, just to protect myself. So on my way going, we are three member, but I encountered some OPC members, and from there they asked me what was in the bag. I told them it was. So from there, there was like, why are you carrying gun? So I explained to them that this is what's going on today. So that's why I'm just using it to protect myself. So from there, I was arrested and I was taken to Ijorabadia police station. So from Ijorabadia police station, from there I slept one night in the police station that was in Lagos, and from that Ijorabadia police station, I was then moved to State CID Panti, Yaba. So from there, I spent 1 month in Yaba. So from there, from Panti, I was still. They took me to Federal SARS Ikeja for an interview. So they paraded us on that very day. That was in July ending. Before, yes, July ending. Before we are moved to court, August 2.
Okay. Okay. All right. So thank you for sharing. So how was it like? Immediately you were picked up and you were inside the vehicle. Was it a Hilux or Black Maria when they were taking you? I think you were picked up by the OPC, right?
Yes,
So
I was picked up by the OPC members, Oduduwa People Congress in
yeah. So
Lagos.
how did you feel inside that vehicle immediately you were picked up? What was the feeling? What was going through your mind?
Immediately I was picked up, I had a lot of thoughts, diverse stuff like, I don't know the ending of this thing. I don't know the outcome because I've not been caught with the first time I was caught with. So I was just thinking a lot of things that maybe this is the end of my life. Maybe they are going to go and kill me. So I don't
Yeah, but
know.
we thank God. We thank God that you are still here. So now we eventually taken to the
The police station in that area, which is
Yes, yes, but
Jorabadia police station.
yeah, sorry to cut you, but where I'm going to is the correctional facility now,
Okay,
the
okay.
prisons. Yeah, immediately you were driven into the premises of the correctional facility. That's the Ikoyi Prison. How did it feel? Just entering that premises and then walking into the facility itself. How did it feel? What was going through your mind?
The very first day we were taken to court because I don't know how it goes. So from party to court, I thought maybe from the court they will take me back to party. So from there they hand over me to this warder.
The warders,
So
yes.
from there I was like, ah, what's going on? What's going on? So not quite long they took us into a black Maria. So from there they took us to Ikoyi Correctional Center. So when we get there, I was like, oh, this is the end of discussion because I've not faced such thing in my life.
Yes.
So getting down there, as this, I saw this, and it is an entire community, like the land of men, no woman, nothing, nothing. So I was like, ah, where is this place?
Interesting.
And I told him that this place is a prison, That so I started hearing different type of lamba, different type of language from different people. That here is cry you, here is oyo on your own, no, here is it is no man's land.
So you didn't know it was a correctional
No, I
facility.
didn't know it was a
You
correctional
had to ask
facility.
somebody
Yes,
inside.
I had to ask somebody inside.
Interesting, interesting. Okay, so now inside when you go, they usually have like a ritual from what my one experience there, from what I was told, that whenever I go to visit, they have their rituals. So when you come, they will say, "Oh, you're a new person. You must do this. You must do that." So did you experience such? What was your
Uh,
own welcome ritual like?
yeah, when I was in the prison yard, like the very first, yes, there's what they call JJC.
Okay,
In Yoruba, they say Alejo, that is Johnny just come. So as a new person in there are some procedures you have to follow, you have to do.
like
Like normally in the prison, normally like money is everything in prison, like if you have money, there are some good place in prison that you can pay money, and they have privilege cells, they have the booster, they have some other places in there that you can pay money. But if you don't have money, you will go to general cells, and as a new person in prison you have to pack shit with your head. You will carry shit because they don't have the motor cannot come in and pack the shit. So in general say they pack their shit with their head. As a new person that doesn't have money to pay, you have to pack shit with your head, you have to wash the toilets, you have to wash plates, you have to sweep the ground,
so
you
you
do
went
us.
through all these
Yes, I
rituals.
went through all these
Interesting.
procedures.
Okay. Yeah, so interesting. That's a very, very interesting one. And for the viewers or for those watching, you can see how the prison or correctional facility is like. So now, when you were there, what was beyond your experience, right? When people come to do prison visits, do they bring hope? How do you feel when you see outsiders come to interact with you guys? What was the feeling like?
Yes, when outsiders come, they give us hope because when they come, they motivate us, they let us know that we are not alone, and they usually push to us because their main objective is for them to change our mindset from negative to
Positive.
positive.
Yes.
So that's why they are coming because in prison, the Nigerian system of prison cannot change your mindset. It will make your mind to be hardened.
Really? You think so?
Yes, it will make your mind because the suffer is too much. So
Okay.
when you are suffering every day by day, it takes only the grace of God for you to have renewal of mind. And most people, like the church there, most inmates that go to church, they don't go because of the word of God, they go because of the benefits,
Okay.
the food that they are sharing, the
Sharing.
bread. So you that you go because of the word of God, the word can touch you, you can use it to motivate because behind in the prison there are a lot of opportunities in there too that can still change your life and make you have insights in life. So in there, those people when they come, they renew our hope, they give us joy, and they still bring some things because there's no food in prison, no
They don't give you
provision.
guys food?
No, the food is not nourished now, the food is not that okay.
Substandard.
Yes,
Substandard.
the
Okay.
food is substandard.
So speaking about change of mind, what was the turning point for you? The what at what point did you say, "Hey, this is okay for me. I cannot do this kind of life again. I cannot live my life this way. I need to become a changed person. At what point did you have that, discussion
Well,
with
I was
yourself?
arraigned in 2021 August 2, and maybe in that 2021 I was still living, because in the prison there is still this life, there is still this rugged life in the prison. There is still good and bad, as there is good and bad in out this free
Outside,
world
yes.
outside.
Yeah.
There is also good and bad in prison. There is bad friends and there is good friends. So out of as of 2021 2022 I'm still living the life, but when we get to 2023 and I sat down and I see that, no, I can't continue with my lifestyle like this, because I participated with psychology unit. I participated in job bringers. I did emotional intelligence. So from there, I no go to church only, because going to church, when you go to the church, your mind will just be in the food alone, the food part. So even if the people are preaching, but in those psychology unit, they don't share food. They will just tell you word, motivation word. So that was there I was motivated, and I say, okay, no, I have to further my education. That was the first stage, that was the first thing I'm going to do, because I was drop out in secondary school. That is JS3 junior WAEC. So I now say, no, let me even continue. I can, because there is school in this place. Let me continue. Let me do my WAEC, my senior WAEC. Let me use the WAEC to enroll in National Open University. So that was what I did. I got that inspiration from psychology units.
Okay.
That was where I got inspiration from. Before I now started to do, I wrote the WAEC. From the WAEC, I used the WAEC to enroll into National Open University, which I am
Interesting.
now.
So it was the psychology unit that
Yeah,
helped
the
you to,
psychology unit
yeah,
helped me
that get
totally.
that was a turning point
Yeah,
for
yeah,
you.
that was the turning point.
So that's actually a good thing. So shout out to the operators or the personnel of the correctional facility. So it's a good thing that you have something like the psychology with it, because it helps to work on their minds and then to help them to become better persons in the society. So now, speaking of school, let's go into school. Yes. So how was school like for you? Studying WAEC. I know you always keep texting me, oh, I've written my WAEC, I passed. You sent me your results, and then from there you told me you have enrolled in the National Open
Open
University.
University.
Yes. So how was school like?
The first work I wrote was in 2022, because it has been long I left school, so it was very hard when I wrote the exam.
It was hard. You
Yes,
forgotten.
I forgot a
Was it
lot of
arts or
things.
science?
Eh?
Art or
It
science?
was arts.
Oh,
I'm
so
an
me,
art person.
I've
I'm a
forgotten about
thespian.
government,
So
economics.
government, economy, civic. So I had 5 credits. So I had D7 in English. So I was so disappointed that and I wanted to enroll into your national base. So they told me that I had D7 in English, which is pass. That I can't use it to enroll. That I have to waste in the next year. One thing about prison is that, because prison, number one, there is suffering in prison, there is starvation. So you learning, because we have, as of then we are 3,000 plus in prison. We are no more than 30 in the school. So a lot, because of the hardship, people don't want to learn, they don't want to change. So I was like, oh, I was still waiting 2023 to write another WAEC. So I was like, before 2023 I will go now. So but I did not, back up that. I say no, let me continue with it. So by 2023 and I wrote another WAEC. So I got 8 credits in that 2023, which I got B2 in English. So when I got B2 English, and I used the WAEC to enroll into National Open University. So from there now, currently now I'm in 200 level second semester in National Open University, and my school is going well.
So how did you continue? So you just came out and then continued outside.
Yes, I came out. It is ODL, open distance
Oh, okay,
learning.
okay, okay.
So I came out and
You
I'm
are
still
still
continuing my
continuing with that.
school.
All right. That is very very good. That is very very good and quite commendable that you had a change of heart. So now let's talk about communications in the prison. How were you able to keep in touch or stay in touch with your loved ones whilst you were there? There's always this air of controversy around whether phones are supposed to be allowed, people sneaking their phones and things like that. So how were you able to keep in touch or stay in touch with your loved ones outside, when you were in custody?
Normally, phone in prison is an exhibit. It's a big exhibit. So if
Okay.
the warders see, they will seize it. So, but they have call center in the prison that you will go there and you will call, but you have to pay.
Yeah,
A
okay.
minute is 40 naira.
I mean, it is
40
14
naira. That's you
naira.
have to pay. So what we do, our best phone in there is your jota. Your jota is your phone. You write all your number in your jota. All your number, the most important number, your lawyer number. Like I have your number
Your
in my head.
lawyers.
Your number is in my head. 08147312802. Your family number, and people you know that if you call them they can send you money. Their number is very very important. Yes, because when you get to prison, that is where you know who love you and who does not love you, who care for you and does not care for you. So that's so you write everything in your jota and you keep the jota very well. So whenever you want to call, you go to the call center and make your call. You communicate to people out there, you talk to them.
Yeah, yeah, I get you. I get you. We get you. So now, what I want to ask you is, your experience going to court. I mean, no matter how you want to talk about your experience or share your experience in custody, you cannot take out the courts or the justice system
Sorry.
completely out of it, because that is even the major reason why
major
you are out today. They'll come, oh, it's your court date, going to court, coming back. I know you were always eager. You ask me what's happening, or let's do it like this, let's do it like that. You're always eager. So, how did you feel always going to court in that Black Maria, when you're taken along with other inmates to court? How did it feel for you?
The court process is very very it's very very hard. I don't know sha, but normally because I face two courts. I first of all face magistrate
My
court.
shit, yes.
I faced magistrate court from 2021 to 2024.
And you know why that happened,
First
right?
stage. Yes, I don't know why that, because Lagos state judiciary system is not working perfectly.
No, beyond that, you were charged. Your offense was
Unlawful possession of firearms
and
and
suspected court
and suspected
activities, which the
courtesan.
magistrate court does not have
Yes, the
jurisdiction.
magistrate court does not have choice.
So
They
they
can't
were
leave me.
awaiting the DPP advice before they
Advice.
charge you to the
To
high
high
court
court.
that can handle your case.
Yes, the DPP advice came out. It came out in March 2022, which I'm supposed to have faced the High Court in 2022.
Okay.
So the magistrate court now delayed the DPP advice. They didn't push it to High Court since that 2022 till 2024.
Yes.
Before I even tried, I have to call someone, call another lawyer, call this because I know you have a lot of things you are doing, so I can't put all my problem on you. Before another lawyer now went and do another DPP and take it to Lagos High Court. So that is, but I'm still going to that magistrate court. Anytime I'm going to court, we will enter the Black Maria. The Black Maria is stressful, like 100 of us in the Black Maria. The Black Maria, and we are not going to sit down, we will stand. The Black Maria will just be going. If there is hold up for 3 hours, that is how we are going to stand for 3 hours.
You guys are always singing and
Yes, singing. Yes, I will be singing. I will be begging money in the Black Maria. They have this small PGO. We will be begging money that please help us, because whenever we are going to court, we are even happy because we want to go and see outside. We want to go and see new things, see new fresh air, see girls, see everything. So we will be happy that thank God we dey go Igboro today. That's our alabada. Whenever we are going to court, we say we are going to Igboro. We don't usually say we are going to, we say we are going home.
Okay.
That is
Because
always
it's like home.
yes, it's like home. That is because we are always optimistic that as we are going, we are not going to court and coming back, because nobody will ever say want to go out from prison and come back, because prison every day, prison is a punishment.
Yes, I understand.
Every
You're always
day.
breathing down my neck.
Yes.
What's happening? What's happening?
So,
And I used to say, I wish I was the judge to just free you.
Free
But
me.
unfortunately,
it's not easy.
I'm not the judge.
It's not easy. I mean, like,
Yes, I understand.
God.
So, so now,
I can't.
so now I want to ask you. Still, we are still going to be talking about the court experience. But I want to ask you, how was it when we were doing the trial? What was going through your mind when we were doing the trial? Trial is when we're giving evidence. When you brought the that was the first time in court I actually had to touch it. It was your case that made me touch a gun. If you had told me that I would touch a gun for the first time in court, I would have believed it. So, how was it like, when we're having the back and forth, arguing, what should be tendered, what should not be tendered? that I
Uh,
saw you in the talk, you were just frozen.
I was frozen, like, sir, you tried that very day. Like, when I got to prison that very day, I was like, I said, my lawyer is very gallant. My lawyer tried a lot too. If you see when my lawyer defended the gun house, and that very day you ask a question, you ask the IPO that bought that did they do any forensic test on it,
fingerprints, yeah, to
and the
that.
position stood up say that did you people have the machine of that thing. I was like, that because me, I didn't even expect that day that they are going to bring. Yes, I was like, when they bought this an evidence, my life is doomed
Yeah.
in front of a judge. I say this and the body an emergency for you also, but no, you defended it like even the IPO was even confused. Yes, na the way you challenge the IPO, he was me. I even thought that did my lawyer even know that they are bringing
Uh, that they were going to
the
bring it,
bring
but I
again
didn't expect that they were going to bring it on that.
that
But I
day.
knew at one point they were going to bring it, so I was prepared
God.
because it was part of their proof of evidence.
Evidence,
So, yeah.
like,
So,
God. And you made a mention that you say they were chicken that they are coming, and you saw a but in the back.
but let's not go into the merits. Let's not go into the merits. Let's not go
Oh
into the
God.
merits. So now fast forward to the day that you eventually released. What day was that? I know you have it.
June, I can't forget it. That the day is like my birthday.
Oh,
I've
wow.
even marked it with my birthday. If I'm celebrating my birthday,
It's your
I will
regret.
celebrate the
Day
day.
of your regret.
Yes, you bet. June 18.
June
I can't
18,
forget.
yeah,
Thursday.
June 18,
On
Thursday. It was
Thursday.
a Thursday that you finally
Thursday.
began
The
your
game.
freedom.
Oh God.
Yeah, I wasn't able to come to court
Cause yeah.
because I had other things. But my colleague said something. My colleague that came said that the judge had asked you some questions and that you were able to say something and the judge was impressed. So
Yeah,
what
then-
was it that you told the judge that you were impressed?
Like I told the judge when the judge asked me that after everything, the judge now said that do I want my lawyer to speak for me or I will speak for myself, and I said I will speak for myself. So she now said okay I should go, and I thought say okay ma that I am remorseful of what I did, and that now I'm a changed person, that my going to the society now is to reform the youth, that crime is not the way, or cultism is not the way, that the way is just for you to have a positive mindset, to think bigger, not to think to harm others, or to think maybe anybody is against you or you are against anybody. That now and I have achieved a lot in the prison, that I did job bringers in the prison yard and I had certificate. I also learned I learned Arabic in the prison yard. I learned how to read Arabic. I can read Arabic.
Wow.
Yes, I can read Arabic. I can read English. I'm reading Arabic. I'm reading English. They gave me certificates. I told the judge that they gave me certificate of Arabic, that I can read Arabic Quran. And I was doing emotional intelligence before I was freed that very day. So I told the judge, and I told the judge that currently now I'm still in National Open University 200 level, second semester. I'm on a program, philosophy, currently now. So when I told the judge all these things, the judge was happy. She was, no, that judge, she's a strict judge. So that show Nike, your show Nike. The judge she was supposed to sentence me 7 years, but she now sentenced me 5 years.
Yeah, that's kudos to the judge. The judge was very diligent and she usually sits on time. In fact, that's one judge that you cannot be 1 minute late. To
1 minute
court.
late.
If you are 1 minute after 9, you are late, and by the time you go, she's already sitting, and she's very very diligent.
Very
in her
diligent.
work. So
9.
I must commend her for that. So now you came out. Now you promised yourself that you are going to be a change person and you are even going to be an agent of change yourself. So what have you done so far in activation of your decision to be a change person and an agent of change since you came out? I think it's over how many months now? 2 months, 1 month now?
Let me say 1 month plus now. I came out June 18.
Okay, yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back from that short break in transmission. So, like we were saying, you've come back now, When you got home, what was the welcome like, so far? Are your family members treating you well? Are you being stigmatized by your family members, your community, and your friends and colleagues as well? So, how has the reception been like?
Normally, everything have changed a lot because I spent 5 years in prison, and
Definitely.
so I've lost a lot of friends, and a lot of people have changed in some people's eyes, and some people they are even afraid that for someone to spend a long term in prison like that, that means that person is an hardened criminal. So
Yeah.
when I first came out, my elder brother tried to stigmatize me, like he
Wow.
was forcing me to go and stay with my friend
Wow.
because my father had this local motel in Apapa. I wish I told him that I'm coming out very soon, that I need a room there where I can be. So when I came out, he was just forcing me that I should go and stay with one of my friends. And I said, why are you trying to force me to go and stay with my friend? Why my father has a house in this place. So the experience was we fought a lot. I had to fight him. That
Wow.
yes, I had to talk to him that what type of nonsense is that. Or before a lot of people in that area now, some people know me. They now put me out and say, is your brother now? You have to give him one room so that I can sleep. I didn't want him to go and sleep outside. So that's it. And when I came out, I don't have any friend anymore because some of my friends they have changed. Most of them I met them in the same condition I left them
Wow.
in 2021. Whilst most of them have changed, some their life have spoiled. But I don't have to work with them anymore because now I'm a changed person. I have something that I'm thinking. I have what I'm looking up to. So I am on my own.
So, speaking of change now, so what lessons have you learned from your time in custody? No.
The lesson I learned a lot of lessons. Number one lesson I learned is patience. I learned how to have patience. In prison you have to eh, endure a lot of things. You have to tolerate a lot of things. I also learned tolerance in prison. I can tolerate anybody now, be it good, be it bad, be it ugly. I can tolerate it. I learned tolerance also, and I also learned management
Okay.
because I don't know how to manage before while I was out there. But in prison, you have to manage even water. You manage water. You manage salt. You manage Maggi. You manage anything you have. You have to
Yeah.
manage it. So I learn management, patience, endurance, tolerance. I learn a lot, most
Interesting.
especially. And even the change part of it is that I was a chain smoker out there, but when I got into prison, I looked at I want to manage myself. That if I want to smoke, I want to eat. Oh, since I don't have money to eat, why will I smoke? So from there, I now stop the smoke. So when I stop it now, ever since then, 5 years now, I'm not smoking anymore. Coming out now, I haven't stopped it finally. I'm even happy that I can even stop it.
Yes.
That's
So,
it.
as we begin to wrap up, what would be your advice to anybody out there involved in crime, involved in one vice or the other in the society? What word of advice do you have for such people?
My advice for anybody embedded in the crime out there, you should retrace their step because if you are out here and even you are drinking garri, it's even better for you to be in prison and be eating chicken because prison is not a place I can advise anybody to go. Even I can't even push my enemy to prison because of the hardship and the pain. When you go to prison and you spend 1 month, 2 months, you come out, that one is easy. They will say, Yoruba will say, "Owa wo fila wọ́dà," that you came and look the cap of water. But when you spent 1 years, 2 years, there a lot of people are in prison spending 20 years, 25 years, 30 years. They have lifer in prison. Someone have lifer, they have condemned.
Yes,
There are
condemned.
some people have been condemned because of just crime. So my advice to people is for you just to stay away from crime. You might be doing it and thinking that you are smart, but government is smarter than you, and you don't know what you will do that you go and hang.
Yeah.
When you go and hang, mean the hanging I mean is that you hang in prison. When you are in prison, that is you can't do it, you
Reality.
can't function anymore.
Reality check.
Yes, when you are in prison, you can't function. You can't build house, you can't buy car, you can't marry, you can't do anything. You will just remain stagnant for your lifetime till you will be free. If God free you, God is the only person that can free someone from prison. So my advice for the youth out there is that they should stay away from crime. Whatever you know you are going to do that will attract the government, you have to stay away from it. And you know the friends you work with, if you know your friends is into crime in negative thing, because you might be a victim. Maybe you are with a bad friend
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
come for him. If they see you there, they will arrest you too, as so you they will charge you for conspiracy, that you
Yeah.
conspire with him. So that's my advice for him.
So, Brother Chibong, I must say that you have really showed resilience throughout your time there.
Yes.
You were very resilient. You were very persistent. There's a story in the Bible that says there's one woman that went to Jesus and was asking Jesus, please, you must give me justice. You must give me justice. So sometimes when I look back at your story, whenever I read that story in the Bible and I look back at your story, it reminds me, in short, I see you as that woman because you are very, very resilient and you are very persistent. When you want something, you go for it. And I must say that you should keep up with that spirit because that's what you need. And that spirit, that character trait is really going to drive you far in life. So, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it from the horse's mouth. Um, the long and short of this episode is stay away from crime
Yes.
because if you go into the custody, if you go into the correctional facility rather, um, I don't think it will be a pleasant experience for you. So just try as much as you can to stay away from crime and just live your life according to the dictates of the law. It's been an amazing experience with you, Daniel, and welcome back
Thank you,
to the
sir, very much.
society.
Thank you,
So
sir.
take care, everyone, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.